This series was made possible due to the generosity of the War is Hell patrons on Patreon. Thanks for your support. The four of us are heading up to the mountains right now to try and find one of the prisoners named Private Anderson. Hello Insertion is the only way we're going to get to the top of the mountains quickly. We're going to land quite a ways out and proceed on foot. Hopefully we'll be able to surprise them.
Hello Warfighters, War is Hell. Welcome to the next episode of Arma 3 Stories. We're following the story of Corporal John Tipton on the last 3 weeks of his deployment in Afghanistan in 2013. To bring you up to speed on what happened in the previous episode, 2 Royal Marines were captured by the Taliban in an ambush. And so we've been able to get information on where one of them is, Private Anderson, and we're headed there now to try and rescue him. Off in the distance, I could see a pillar of smoke. You could probably see it there as well. In a lot of instances, what I would do is probably divert from the main mission just really quick, especially when the pillar of smoke is basically right near my main objective. But because time is of the essence, I'm going to go get Private Anderson. I guess I could radio it in, because it could be an IED has hit one of our vehicles. It could be civilian ambulances. It could be a civilian chopper that's been down. It could be a lot of different things that we're kind of spotting in that area. But again, my main objective is getting Private Anderson. So that's where I'm going to head right now. I'm going to give the order to land. With us being up in the mountains, it's going to be very difficult to find a good place to land. The one hope that I have is this road right in front of me is going to have enough space for us to land the chopper. I don't want to land any closer than where I am at this point, and I couldn't even if I wanted to. I mean, the reason why I don't want to land closer is because this gives me a pretty good area to cover or muffle some of the sound that is coming from the chopper, so hopefully they haven't heard that I'm coming this way. But at the same time too, in the actual mission, Mr. Trindy, who's the author of TRGM2, made it so that way there's a 1 kilometer area around the your objective, so you can't land right on top of what you're supposed to land on. You got to move there, so I can't, and I wouldn't anyway land any closer than this. Now, there could be patrols around this area too. That's one of the reasons why we're going to be very cautious as we move up. I'm not walking by choice here. It's just this particular hill is so steep that I kind of have to walk. But cool little thing is if you move at an angle, like you zigzag up the hill, you usually can move a little bit faster. So that's kind of why I'm going at an angle and zigzagging back and forth here, is to kind of move quick. One of the challenges of doing this, though, is I could leave the other members of the fire team behind. We definitely don't want to do that. Once we get to the compound where we believe that Private Anderson is at, I'm going to need every single person. If we can get up to that compound without being spotted, and I think we've got a real chance of wiping out everybody in there. But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of cut it right here, so that way you guys don't have to see me walking the entire time, because there is a long way to go, and we try and be as smart as possible with how we move. I didn't spot any patrols. We may have been able to evade anything that we saw, but there's a couple pillars of smoke that are directly up ahead. Some of my guys are starting to spot a few things here as well. You can see that we've spotted something 1.5 clicks to the south, some type of vehicle. And maybe that's what it is, that light up on that hill. Oh, yeah. That's basically advertising exactly right where it is. And I have no idea why you'd put a vehicle on the hill like that, but that's fine. Okay, looking at the terrain directly in front of me, we may have a dip that we can kind of leverage right here to give us a good angle on the enemy. Knowing where the compound is and seeing where these 2 pillars of smoke are at, this is definitely coming from that compound. It is occupied. This is a pretty good sign. I'm still not spotting any type of patrols or anything like that around us. We may have just been really lucky with the route that we chose to get into this objective, because a lot of times you'll see a squad or something like that just around the area, but nothing here. It's not to say we won't encounter them later. Okay, we've got one dip right here. Ooh. Okay. This is a perfect mission for Johnson. He's going to be able to almost broadside that whole thing. That vehicle that's got the Dishka on it, I believe. So once he moves up, you should be able to target that UAZ. I'm going to take Harrison and Rollins. We're going to move up to this next drop, and I'm just going to go prone. Maybe I should get everybody else to go prone. At least Harrison and Rollins should. Johnson should stay kneeling, basically, because of him having to fire his AT over there. Okay, perfect. All right, he's got it targeted. Now let's get 3 and 4 in a firing line. What we're going to do is we're going to open up on these guys all at the same time. It looks like we've got one building on fire, and looks like there's another type of fire just short of it. Got a bunker with sandbags. Looked like that there might be a fire team over there too. Let's kind of move down the road just a little bit. This will be perfect as far as a perspective on these 4 individuals. It might have a static MG in there too. I'm just so surprised we haven't been spotted yet. Let's wait for Johnson and Rollins to get in a line. Actually, we'll stop them right there. I'm not seeing anything else. Okay, let's bring them on. I wouldn't be surprised if we have more enemy in the compound. It's difficult to see past the smoke in some areas. We could also have some enemy within the buildings as well. I will get them on each side of me. 3 to the left, 4 to the right. Okay, he's moving pretty fast, and I think he might spot some of the guys, which I don't want him to do. I want him to fire his automatic weapon. Let's just take out these guys, though. All right, not bad. They only got 2 rounds on me, and we destroyed the UAZ. Perfect. One move, and we have this place. Oh, never mind. I was going to say we had this place secured from what I could see. But no, we do have some more guys in the compound. Oh, directly in front of me. Ooh, who got him? Harrison, you're the man, dude. Totally saved my life right there. Let's get patched up and keep moving. I wouldn't be surprised if the Taliban, now seeing that giant pillar of smoke and also hearing the noise of the explosion, know exactly where we're at and could be rushing here. So time is of the essence. All right, we're going to keep everybody crouching. We're going to get everybody to kind of guard this main outpost right here. This main entrance, I guess. It would be nice if I could get somebody on that MG. So if anybody does start coming our way, well, we've got a lot of guys to try and take them out. Or we've got a lot of firepower, I guess, to take them out. I was just going to say, there's a lot of guys that are dead right here. I'm really curious what had happened. Because the way it looks like, or what it looks like is they had engaged like themselves, like the group turned against each other. Maybe it's all about Private Anderson. Some people wanted to execute him. Other people wanted to keep him alive to kind of use him as a bargaining chip. But this is unexpected. All right, looks like due to Arma being Arma, we're not going to be able to get anybody into that MG. So let's just keep everybody right here. I'm going to move in and see what I can find. This building in front of me, I thought I saw somebody maybe in one of the windows. Yeah, that one right in front of me. Ha, I did see somebody. Okay, I could just see, like, the top of his head, maybe. I'm going to wait for him to pop back up again, take a shot. All right, he's down. It might have been his shoulder, too. I guess one of the things, if they have turned on each other, is there may not be as many enemy soldiers in this compound as we had initially thought. There's a couple civilians right there. Seeing one person in the buildings, I'm worried that there's going to be other people around here too. So I'm going to have to move very carefully. There's somebody right there. Now this, I guess the shed maybe is where we believe he's at. Oh, I'm so glad I spotted that. Civilian turning. All right, got him. Now if I, oh, these guys came out of nowhere. Reinforcements. Oh, took out the driver. Okay, he's just going to circle around for a while, I think, since he's dead. Maybe he'll hit something, but it looked like I took out the driver anyway. All right, seeing one civilian turn. Let's search this guy. Looks like he's going to be just fine. Let's make sure this is clear. Oh. Man, I was lucky on that one. Here I was getting cocky. I should have moved a little bit slower around there. Oh, we found him. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is treat him. Doesn't look like his wounds are too bad at all. And then... oh, they're calling another car. Couldn't have been the same one. Alright, I do have him secured. So what I can do now is release him. He'll end up joining the group. And then I think I'm going to have him get a weapon. Okay, let me just verify here. Okay, join group. Perfect. Now this was pretty straightforward, in and out type of mission. Or at least that's what the hope is. Now because we didn't want to alert the enemy to where we're at, we do have helos close by, but it is going to take some time for them to get to us. So once we kind of link up with everybody, we get him armed, we're going to go ahead and call in the choppers to have them come extract us. I mean, there's going to be a lot for Anderson to choose from, but it's probably going to have to be an AK. And he'll pick and arm himself with. Okay, we'll get him with everybody else. We'll just set a defensive perimeter right here and wait. Okay, come on, Anderson. You can find something. I probably should go through and check the rest of the compound just to make sure nobody ends up popping out. But let's go to Corporal Tipton and kind of get a little bit of an update on what the next part is going to be.
We found Private Anderson, and he looks to be in good condition. There are still a few Taliban forces in the area, but we've called in our Exfil choppers to land near our location. The LZ may be a little hot, but I don't think we'll be able to head back out on foot the same way as we came in.
Alright, so they are inbound. I did get Anderson a weapon, I think. Yes, I did. Alright, so he's armed, and it's really just a matter of waiting. We did have a UAV in the area, and they did spot some Taliban patrols, so even though we didn't see them on the way in, they are definitely here. Okay, so let's get that perimeter I was talking about just a little bit ago formed. Alright, we've got basically a 180 here covered. I'm going to go ahead and hop on this since nobody else will. Oh, I got movement right through those trees. Yep, they're coming this way. Now the smoke from the vehicle that we destroyed has gone away. Maybe they didn't notice it. I don't know. Maybe they just got here. There's could be a lot of reasons why they're not coming at us like a combat pace or really alerted to where we're at here, but we're going to have to sit here and hold and wait for them. One thing I'll have to be careful of too, since I see this squad in front of me, I don't want to specifically focus on them and, you know, kind of get focused on them and be hit by another squad that I'm just not looking at. So hopefully the rest of the team are able to keep their eyes open for something else. Yeah, they're coming right for us. We could, I mean, just have everybody, and I think I have them right now set up to not fire if they see anything. Yeah, I do have them on hold fire from the looks of it. They'll just call out anything that they see. I could pull up the map as well and just look to see if anybody else comes up that they may call out. But I'm the only person who's seeing these guys and calling it out. Okay, now I can start to hear the choppers coming in. So these guys have to know that something is up. I'm not going to have the choppers land right here, right now either, because with where we have to go for the LZ, we tried to get it as close as possible to this outpost. But if I start moving to that LZ and these guys spot me, it's going to be a firefight non-stop until we get to the LZ, which is right behind us. We have to move up a hill. There's a car? Did you see that on the map? It looked like that there was a car moving up right behind me. I don't have any AT since Johnson uses disposable AT. It's just one shot and you're done. I guess what I could do if it comes down to it is the enemy bodies that are around me. You gotta have somebody who has an RPG. Oh, there it is. Are those guys just trying to get out of here? They hear the helicopter and are trying to leave? Maybe that's what was going on. Okay, I'm going to have to engage these guys. Look how close they are. All right, here we go. We're going to open up on them in 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, my guys are opening fire. That was pretty quick, actually, taking out a lot of them. Oh, I can't move that direction. I've messed up the MG. Okay, the helos are coming around again. Let's push forward, make sure everything is clear, because you have that cover right behind, or in the same direction that they were coming from, so you could have somebody hiding behind some of this terrain. Okay, everybody, let's move. Let's try and get to the LZ, which, like you guys saw, is not that far away. We'll get everybody copying my stance, which means they will stand up. They'll be moving quickly. Sounds like there's 2 choppers. We've got one to provide cast. We've got another one to actually pick us up. Oh, and there he is. Okay, I'm going to throw some green smoke to mark our location. The cast chopper, though, should engage anybody that they spot out here. Maybe they'll hit that vehicle that was 1.5 clicks away, but maybe that was also the one that was trying to bug out. All right, still nobody around here. See, there's the 2 birds. Okay, we'll get everybody in. I will be the last person to likely load in. Just kind of cover everybody else here. Nothing. This valley is relatively empty. The amount of enemy that we went up against is a lot less than I had expected, especially for a high value target for them to be capturing, one of our own. But like I said, a lot of them may have actually gone ahead and taken each other out. I think we have everybody in? Oh, Johnson. Okay. I'm going to have to come back for Johnson. But anyway, let's go ahead and wrap up this mission with Corporal Tipton.
I couldn't be prouder to say that we're coming back with one more man than we started with. Private Anderson is safe and sound. This is the thing that I'm most proud of since being in Afghanistan.
Alright, so with this mission complete, we're going to go ahead and end it right here. Thanks for watching. Remember, this is all because of my supporters on Patreon for making this possible. So if you can donate, please do. Otherwise, like the video if you enjoyed what you saw. Subscribe for more content because we do have more Arma stories to come later on. Also, feel free to join our Discord. We've got a lot of great conversations in there. Would love to have you be a part of it. All of that information is in the description below. But thanks again for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. War is hell. You don't have to worry because Warfighters, I've got your 6.